Well, hello and very welcome to a Christmassy edition of the Daily Dominion. It is the 24th, which in Germany means that we have our Christmas Eve tonight, and I'm here sneaking in a recording in between some cookies that we made. Look at this beautiful bear, and have a nice coffee lined up, and also an interesting looking kingdom with two expansions intermixed. And yeah, let's have a look at the cards. We have, let me hide myself first with the silly hat. We have almost everything you might wish for in a kingdom, but there is a distinct absence of plus buy. The only thing that comes close to plus buy might be Outpost, as it essentially allows you to buy a card on the normal turn and then on the Outpost turn, so really that's important. We also have Village and Native Village, which is a bit awkward. We have Minion to cycle a lot. We have Strong Trashing in Sailor and Steward. And yeah, not really that much draw. Essentially, Minion is the only proper draw. Native Village and Steward, I mean, yes, you can draw with that kind of stuff, but really isn't that impressive. So yeah, you want to get going here pretty quickly and start provincing early due to the limitation of the buys and extra gains. I mean, there's also no real extra gains apart from treasure maps gaining you 4 golds. And yeah, that's it. It's notable that Sailor could play other Sailors or Corsairs or the first Outpost you put into your deck, so that's really important. I think we're building for a deck with a few minions, a Sailor or two, and an Outpost, and thin down early on with Steward. Probably weave in a few Conspirators and native villagers, but really, yeah, we need to be careful that we don't delay the greening too much. The kingdom plot looks as follows. In the spirit of Christmas, it has the red no buys sign, although, yeah, technically Outpost, I would say, is an extra buy a turn, but it's very limited. And yeah, I don't know. We really need to look out. Lookout is not in the kingdom itself, but we have, well, as I said, we have some thinning, some draw, some village, all on the weaker side. Alt VP and farm, essentially. Well, it's not the greatest alt VP. And the Steward attack could also possibly hurt, but also Steward, not Steward attack, the Minion attack could also possibly hurt. But it might be nice with Outpost. If you manage to play Outpost and then have a minion in your 3-card hand, you can discard that for better stuff to do. Now, yeah, I don't know what else to tell you. Well, maybe I should focus on the openings for a sec. I think on the 4-3 you just go for Sailor Steward and are pretty happy with that. On the 5-2, I think you're a bit upset because the 5-2 sucks here. None of the 5s are super interesting early on. I mean, Minion is okay. It's a silver essentially. Outpost, so not super enticing. So you might just open Steward Native Village or Sailor Native Village, both okay openings, but really not that impressive. And especially if the native village then accidentally sets aside the steward, you might be in a world of hurt. In for a world of hurt. Anyways, let me make sure that everything is set up correctly, and let's start this kingdom. Let's start playing here with the Sailor Steward opening, as I said. And this is actually pretty amazing as far as opening draws go. I wonder if we should draw here or if we should go for the money and already play an outpost, although that might be a bit too fancy. I mean, what are we going to do on the next turn then? We might pick up a native village. Although actually the more I think about it, the better I like going for the extra money. and then the Outpost play, because then we will trigger a shuffle on the next turn, and we will shuffle the Sailor, the Steward, the Outpost back in, and I think that's correct, the correct thing to do here. And we're guaranteed to hit Native Village next turn. Yeah, let's go for that. Trash an estate. I think we pick up a Native Village in favor of Steward and go for another one here. Pretty much the same turn again, but here I think we ought to start trashing more, yeah, more aggressively. Now, it would be nice to find a some more money here, but I think we just put cards twice, and then the Steward can trash out the last two estates. And I wonder whether another Steward might be better than anything else here. Could also be another native village. We have thinned a bit artificially currently. No, let's go for another Steward, and perfect. This is what I meant. This native village could put a card, get the cards, and then we can go for a Conspirator for money, I think. Next turn we're going to have two Stewards. Maybe we weave in another native village? Next turn I'm saying, but I mean of course the Outpost turn. Or another Sailor. Play that to hit 5 for a minion. I think that might be the best thing to do here. Yeah, decline that, decline that. Hit 5 for the first minion. We get to trigger a shuffle here. Depending on what we set aside, we might pick it up. And indeed, the Outpost is great to pick up here. And yeah, just discard our hand here. AI has a Sailor in play, interesting. And we even get to put a copper, draw a bit. Now, what are the last two cards there? I think Native Village and Copper. So I think we just put a card. And indeed, we leave a Native Village on top, which is great. Go for the two monies and pick up yet another native village. I think it's great to have an army of them with the stewards that we have in deck. And yeah, we should increase our payload now with a few conspirators and minions. Put a card down there. Draw. The last card should be another... What is the last card? Another native village. No, it didn't. The last card is the other steward. I think, given that we have so many native villages, we leave it on top and just play the minion for money and pick up another minion. And discard this hand. Play those. Put one more card. There are two native villages down there, I believe. So if we play the minion, pick everything up from the other native village, we should be good. Yeah. Discard this. Get the cards. Trash out the last two coppers. And, or do we want to try? Yeah, let's actually not trash those out. Just be a bit more on the greedy side. End our actions. Pick up another minion and hopefully start provincing soon-ish. Now the sailor gets to trash. It's a bit annoying. Maybe we should try to not do too much of this playing double sailor on our non-outpost turns, but yeah, so far our shuffles have just worked out that way. I think we just set aside yet another thing and pick up the first province. There is a Steward and a native village down there. So yeah, we set aside perfect. And we should get to have a proper turn here. If we put a card here, unfortunately this is the other native village. This means that we need to get the cards here. Let's go for setting aside the province perfect. Setting aside yet another card. It's okay if we hit a sailor here. The steward is not optimal, but it's also fine. Discard this hand, play the sailor, play this minion for money, play that minion for money, and we only hit 7 here. And I think actually, given well, Corsair isn't too impressive. I think another minion is better actually. Yeah, let's just extend our minion stack and then keep going with that deck. Get attacked by the minion, so we don't get to trash out the copper there. But AI also goes for... actually goes for gold, so now Corsair might hurt it. Decline here. What do we have down here? I don't think we need to pick up just yet, so we can put card, get some money here, and discard this hand. We really would love to find our outpost, which is there. Get those cards, play the sailor for the outpost turn finally. And I think the last 2 cards are native village steward, so we leave them. And just play this. Play this for money. We could also play the steward for money, of course, but we don't need that. So we end our actions and pick up the next province. Decline that. Put a card. If we put another card, we might hit the other native village. But I think it's fine. We hit the copper, amazing. Get to discard here, and we hit yet another province. Now, do we want to draw into the stuff here? There's sailor, there is a native village. Actually, yeah, let's do it that way. So we're guaranteed to find everything. Discard the hand here, play the sailor, and we can leave this on the mat and end our actions, pick up this province and see what AI does now while we get attacked here. But really this is a fine hand to have. We can decline. I think we put another card on the native village mat. What did we have in this hand? So there are 2 more native villages down there, which is really good. We can play the outpost and the minion. Yeah, put this card, discard this hand, and just put another card, get those cards, and play this steward for cards, I believe, just to find the sailor maybe. We do find only this stuff. We could have guaranteed a province hit there, but okay. Yeah, let's go for the 2 cards for more money and put this last card, which should be a... this I actually don't know. Probably a minion. Let's put it on... No, if it's a minion, we do not want to put it on the mat. Yeah, what is it? We have 4 native villages, I believe, or is it a 5th one? No, we only have 4. So yeah, let's just not dabble with that right now, and we could go for a Corsair, or we just go for another Minion, and given the state of our deck, I think Minion is just the best thing to do. And indeed, I think that was the Minion. Put the card here, I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Play this, discard this hand, and already we have hit another province. We have gotten, I think we've achieved everything that we wanted from this turn, so we just put one more card, probably a native village here, or a province, even better, and go for the next province. And yeah, amazing. And AI seems to be... Oh, well, sorry, the log has been stuck. AI seems to be panicking. Just buying a minion at this stage is not really good. It's really not good. Now, do we want to pick up here? I don't think we want to pick up yet. So we just go for setting aside, playing this for money, discarding everything. And now we do have another province in hand. I think we... Well, what do we want to do with the native village here? There is no more of a native village down there, otherwise I would have said, okay, we leave this on the mat. There are 2 provinces and a copper, so a lot of junk. I think we just get this first, then we set aside more, put a card. Okay, Minion is not great to set aside, but it's okay. Play this for money, play this for money, and then discard this hand to just buy a province and have a clean shuffle. Yeah, I think that's correct. And I remember that there was this other minion there, then I would have maybe considered other options, but yeah. I think what this really rewards is a lot of deck tracking. Yeah, here I believe we didn't get the Sailor in play, otherwise I would have said we pick up a Corsair. But our deck is starting to fall apart. This is usually the case with these minion decks if you have a bunch of junk cards like provinces in them. But yeah, I don't really mind that much yet because we're so far in the lead. I mean, AI picks up the first province here. We could just get this minion and province here, which would be very much fine, but I believe we should try to find the outpost and achieve a bit more this turn. Maybe get a sailor into play, get the outpost, and thus, yeah, we can discard here. Already we've gotten a sailor in play, play this native village, setting aside one. And yeah, we can play this 4+ cards. If anything, we can, yeah, get those cards. Or actually, that might not be the correct thing to do. No, we do need to get those cards. Play this for money. We can't set aside, because if we set aside the outpost, we would be really sad. But we can just discard this hand. There should be another Steward in there. And we go into the outpost turn with 2 sailors down. So yeah, amazing. We even get to province here and finish this out in style. Well, yeah, 42 points in 14 turns with the absence of proper plus buy, only the outpost, is quite something. I mean, this pesky copper stayed in our deck, never finding any sailor to go to be cleaned out with, but yeah, in comparison to the AI stack, we had so much more going on. The minion stack was really, really good with the outpost stuff. The native village and deck tracking paid off, and yeah, I don't know, this was a fun playthrough for Christmas time, and I will now enjoy the rest of my coffee and the cookies, and I wish you a very nice and cozy evening with your friends and or your family. And with that, I will try to catch you in the next one, and until then, goodbye.